Hey Death Grips people. We're gonna do an album review of Year of the Snitch. Okay? So I've heard the tracks. Andy just sent them to me. I'm in close relation to Andy and McRide. Um I also know the other dude. Um but this album, it has its bangers. Okay? Think of the Bottomless Pit being a diet version of this album. This album punches you in the gut. It's a rough one with its experimental instrumental sections mixed in with brutal punk and then topped off by this cutesy layer of uh, like money store kind of like vibes. You feel? I'd say you'd see like traces of Death Grips scattered throughout here. One of my favorite albums, Live from California, Valley. Um, Pretty good. Now, the thing that caught me off guard was the spoken word tracks. The spoken word tracks were a little weird for me. I don't like somebody whispering in my ear about the things they want to do to me. That hasn't happened to me in years. Okay? I got out of that situation, McRide. I don't want to be in that situation again. Makes me feel really uncomfortable. Makes me even question why I'm a fan of your music. You are predatory in nature, and even if you aren't predatory, these songs make you seem predatory. Okay, it's creepy, man. I'm sorry. I don't like hearing these words you put together. You're like a more sexually thrilled Gigi Allen, if that even makes sense. It's crazy. It really is. Now, one thing I really didn't like about this album, like the top the spoken word tracks, was the blatant racism towards black people. Sorry, I don't like that. Okay, I know it was Andy. I know Andy's affiliations with music, with musical experimentation. I know experimental artists are usually a little on the iffy side of the political spectrum because avant-garde art has had very deep roots in things like fascism. Whatever. Dada is practically just the reflection of fascism, whatever you feel. Dada is definitely an art form you have to avoid. Remember that, kids. Dada means Nazi. Okay? And I don't like the harsh noise tracks. Harsh noise tracks. A little too abrasive for my ears. Not a big fan of harsh noise. Okay? The harsh noise tracks, really creepy, man. I mean, they were loud, abrasive. What is this? Harsh noise? Power noise? Like, I don't get it. It's just, I don't know how to feel. I have very mixed emotions on this album. I mean, all in all, it was a pretty good listen. But once you take into consideration all the small things that built up onto this cake, it's just like there were pieces of toenail clippings, 90s stuff. You remember how everything was all gross out in the 90s? Imagine a cake that was made of very fine chocolate and then crafted with that culture. Okay? And if you guys want to come over to my house, I got an original Xbox, I got a Nintendo 64, and I got a GameCube. If you want to come over, we can play whatever. I got a TV right now. Just bought this, my local Goodwill. Sorry, my mom's texting me. Remember the Swan song about the teeth being shown? Uh, and buy merchandise for my boys over at Vault. Vault. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you raw. That has been my review of Year of the Snitch. Can't wait for the public to get it. You guys are gonna have a field day with this one. I promise you. Look in my eyes. I promise you, you're gonna get what you want. You still looking? Don't look away. And praise this moment. Remember, we are eternal. All this pain is an illusion.